Well, it's finally poised really with Joe Willock because Newcastle have certainly made it clear that they want him. Arsenal have said they want to take a look at him. He's their player. But realistically, how long do Newcastle wait? I think the dilemma now for Steve Bruce is if he turns around to Arsenal and says we're now not going to pursue this, then 2 weeks time, 2 weeks down the line, he could end up going on loan somewhere else and Newcastle will have missed out. So they have to be very careful with it. They have to tread carefully, and realistically for Joe Willock, he knows that if he does stay at Arsenal, how much game time is he really going to get? He had a great time at Newcastle last season. We've seen other clubs linked. We've seen Monaco linked. I'm sure his agent has come up with a couple of other weird and wonderful destinations for him. But for Newcastle, it has to be a game of patience at the moment, and that's probably where Steve Bruce is coming from at the moment. Karl Darlow easing his way back into training at Newcastle United, and from Newcastle's point of view, they now have a big decision to make on the goalkeeper, because Dubravka, we all know he's not going to be fit, but Darlow, has a chance for that West Ham game if he can shake off the effects of COVID, which we know going off different players like Fernandes and St Maximin last season. It proved to take a while. So that's why Freddie Woodman is still at the club, because he really wants to go to AFC Bournemouth on loan. Newcastle have put a sort of halt on that. I suppose Freddie Woodman's fear will be that he stays around and ends up being on the bench against West Ham, and misses the deadline to go somewhere like Bournemouth on loan. So a delicate situation for all concerned. You can see why sort of Steve Bruce is taking the chance and protecting his club. That's the way he has to look at it. So we'll wait and see who starts that game. I guess we'll know more in the next two friendly games, away at Burnley behind closed doors and at home at Norwich at the weekend, who is in contention to start against West Ham. It looks like Woodman at the moment. Mark Gillespie is there as backup, but from Newcastle's point of view, they've got to be, as I say, they've got to tread carefully with Dubravka because he's had a lot of injuries. He's always going to take a long time to get fit, and certainly with Darlow, it's one that they're just not in control of how long he's going to take to recover. So for Steve Bruce, it's a goalkeeping dilemma. It's one he doesn't really want. He's actually said, I might have to register 4 goalkeepers just to protect the club in the next few weeks. So that could come at Woodman's cost. We'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Bournemouth, they're waiting for him to come back with a decision, but it's just not as simple as that at the moment. So Newcastle, amid all the takeover gloom, amid all the transfer problems, they've also got a goalkeeping crisis going on in the background too.